Transition is an ongoing organizational challenge in today's fast-paced economy, one that calls for leadership throughout the organization. This film shows how effective change leaders establish the context for learning that must occur at all levels and in all units of the organization to enable ongoing transition. The companies in the Center for Effective Organization study of fundamental organizational change were implementing cross-functional business units and teams, integrated product development organizations, global product lines, innovation incubators, alliances, global customer units, network structures, and modular development. One of these companies, Shell Offshore Exploration and Production, reconfigured into cross-functional asset teams charged with managing the life cycle of oil fields.
These fundamental changes required new ways of organizing and coordinating, new ways of seeing and understanding the organization, and new individual and collective behaviors. Although transformations may be seeded by initiatives such as those within Shell's Offshore Exploration and Production, the framework for overall corporate transformation is provided by top management. The transition of units such as Offshore Exploration and Production occur within the overarching strategic direction and transformation of the corporation. The guiding vision for this is provided by top management.
I think our senior management's leadership and establishing a vision for all of Shell Oil Company has had a big impact on our transformation and on our people and their understanding of what we're trying to accomplish here. I think, though, that one of the ways they've been very effective in that is consistency and constancy over a period of time. That we haven't changed that vision, we haven't changed direction over the past several years. It's been every time Phil Carroll talks to us, he's talking to us about one of the 3 points of the transformation triangle, and those are very consistent and constant messages, and we're staying the course. Whether, irrespective of what's happening either in our industry or what's happening with the oil price or whatever, we know what direction and where we're trying to go.
I think the mission and the vision and the values of the corporation and the resolve of senior leadership to promote fundamental cultural change is very important in encouraging the change throughout the organization, okay? And many times in the enchilada organizational design work, we reflected on the Shell Oil Company values, mission, vision, and values, and checked for alignment.
By formulating a vision and communicating it at every possible opportunity, top management focuses the attention of employees and infuses the organization with a sense of possibilities.
Shell's transformation really affected what we were doing at Bullwinkle. I think really set the framework, I would have to say. More the foundation so that people can continuously refer back to that, maybe it is okay if I do something different. Maybe it is okay if I step out here and take some risk. Maybe I won't have a superintendent kind of really look negatively upon me or reprimand me if I make those suggestions or try something different. So I think the whole framework around what's going on with the leadership Mr. Carroll is showing and the way in which he wants to engage the broader workforce, I think has really set the foundation to really eliminate those barriers and get the people realizing that, maybe there is a different way we can do work.
Management focuses the organization on achieving the vision by continually reviewing progress and by holding people accountable.
The resolve of leadership, and I'm talking senior leadership, I think there's been a resolve on the part of Carroll and the Leadership Council, and there's been some consistency over time, even in the face of initiatives that seemingly aren't working, to stick with it. And every time we have a business review with the Business Center, to keep asking those same questions and not being wishy-washy around where you're really trying to go.
I think Mr. Carroll's doing, for me, an outstanding job in finding different techniques to be able to get out and communicate, really heavy communication in that regard that I've seen more than in the past with other CEOs. He sends phone messages to people that I've never seen before. He tries to get out with the organization and talk more with the workforce. He's much more visible at meetings than I've ever seen CEOs in the past. I think he's holding his reports accountable more for working and being a leader around the transformation. So I think he's, my opinion is, the accountability of managers above me is pretty high, and I think he's holding their feet to the fire to try and walk the talk and practice what we all preach.